Hi Pokefans, welcome back to part 5 of my Pokemon Violet Nuzlocke. If this is the first episode that you are actually watching, this Nuzlocke challenge is only by using the Wild Terra Pokemon, which has been pretty fun till now. Definitely we had some ups and downs. But of course, finally we have some really good team members, and I think this one has been pretty fun till now. So I would definitely recommend you guys to go ahead and check out my previous episodes as well. As a small recap, we have defeated 2 Titans, 2 of the Team Star crews, and 3 gyms, which has been pretty nice. Definitely Levencia City gym was the last gym I just defeated, and of course the battle for it was pretty intense. Either way, I think I'm ready for the next one. The upcoming thing for us in this episode is actually to defeat the Steel Titan that is available right here in the East Province. And I think I have a couple of Terra Pokemons to catch as well. Once we have defeated the Steel Titan, I do want to go ahead and check out the next gym. In this case, it would probably be Cascafa gym. Either way, now that we are here in East Province, the very first Terra Pokemon we are going to see is right here. It's quite close to Levencia City itself, and it's actually a Curlia. This one is definitely going to be quite helpful since it actually has a fire Terra type, and since we do have a Titan that is a steel Terra type pretty soon, I think this one's going to be a really good backup for it. I do have Fletchinder in my team. I'm totally expecting my Fletchinder to go ahead and defeat the Titan, but in case if we are having some difficulty, I can definitely switch into Curlia right here to kind of save the day. It's also at level 28, so I don't really have to worry too much about going ahead and kind of training it up. So I'm pretty happy about that as well. As far as my other team members go, I haven't really had a proper team, as in 6 Pokemons whom you would probably use for the whole game. But I have been switching up a lot of Pokemons, and I think that's the same thing I'll do from now on. Maybe my team will kind of depend on who I'm actually going to defeat, and just try to make sure I don't lose too many of my team members. Till now, as far as the last episodes go, I've already lost 3 team members and it has been pretty bad, but I'm hoping that I don't lose any more. I'm gonna be a bit more careful from now on and plan kind of a strategy before I defeat them. Either way, right here I was able to break the transformation for Curlia. So let's see if we can actually catch it. Now this one is quite important for me because Curlia is also part Psychic and Fairy type. Fairy type is quite unique, definitely very helpful in a playthrough. I definitely want to have this one as my final team member. Hopefully I don't accidentally kill it like the other Pokemons, and I'm really hoping to kind of use this one in the future. Alright, since we weren't able to catch it with a Great Ball, I just decided to go ahead with a Ultra Ball right here. And I think we are able to catch it right here with this one. Alright, pretty cool. So that is our new team member Curlia. I'm gonna go ahead and name her since it's a female. I think I have a really good name for this one. I also wanted to kind of go ahead and evolve into a Gardevoir, so I don't really have to struggle to kind of find a Dawnstone. Although there is a Dawnstone that is right next to where you can actually find this Curlia. So if you are trying to find a Galade, I think it's pretty easy as well. Either way, I have named it Cory and it's gonna be coming into my team. It does have the ability Trace. I think that's pretty cool. It can be sometimes quite helpful. So I think that's pretty fine by me. Now, as far as the East Province goes, there are actually 4 different Terra Pokemons that you can actually find. One of them being Curlia right here. The other 3, I think I'm gonna just try and see if I can catch them. I know that out of the 4 ones, there are 2 of them that are quite higher in level that I'm not gonna catch. But there is a Phalanx that you can actually find in this area, which is a Steel Terra type. And I definitely want to add it to my team. By the way, it seems like we are right here, right next to the Titan Pokemon. All I have to do is go ahead and battle it. Going back to the Terra Pokemons that we can actually find in the wild, I'm not going to be catching all of them. There are only a couple of them that I'm really interested in adding to my team. I'm going to go ahead and catch them for now. Maybe in the future, if we do lose those Pokemons, then I might go back for the other ones. Alright, it seems like we have definitely instigated a battle against this Titan. It is definitely cool, and the one I think sad thing about this one is actually it is a pure steel type. So as far as you have a fighting type Pokemon or a fire type Pokemon in your team, I think this battle is pretty easy. Right here I also decided to go ahead and this lies my Fletchinder. This will definitely make it much easier to go ahead and defeat it. By the way, the Steel Titan right here is actually gonna go ahead and be around level 27. I think 27 or 28. So my team members are definitely at a really good level right here. By the way, for this Nuzlocke challenge, I'm trying to make sure that my Pokemons are around the same level as the opponents. So I have been doing pretty well with that. Hopefully we can continue the same in the future. Either way, we have definitely defeated this Titan for the first time. Of course, it's gonna escape. Pretty cool to see it create a random cave in the path. Let me quickly go ahead and I guess follow it and challenge it once more. The one good thing of this Titan is that you actually get your time to go ahead and heal your team members. In case if you are not ready for the second battle, you can go back, heal your team members. There is a person who is picnicking quite close, so you can definitely go ahead and talk to her to heal your team members as well. In my case, I think I'm pretty good. So let's go ahead and challenge this Titan. I think there's one more move. Yep, there we go. There it is, and we do have a cutscene of it kind of breaking the wall right here. And of course, we have another of the Herba Mystica. Pretty cool. I guess this turn it's gonna be much powerful. I do have to make sure that I don't lose my Fletchinder by accident. Luckily, we do have Erands, who has definitely helped us with the second Titan. I'm not really hoping he'll do the same here, but I'm at least hoping that he will heal my team members if something goes wrong. Now, as far as the storyline goes, I have been kind of following the way Nintendo actually wanted us to play this game. That means I'm going through each and every, I guess, activity that is supposed to be done with this game. Definitely it has been not that challenging till now, but I think in the future we do have a couple of gyms that are going to be a bit tougher. Alright, it seems like we are definitely ready. I've gone ahead and sliced my Fletchinder once more. And by the looks of it, I think this one shouldn't be too difficult. There we go, that was a pretty good damage. The one thing I was actually hoping for is my Fletchinder actually surviving a turn, which in this case it seems that's not gonna happen. I did have to actually go ahead and switch into Pascal, who is my Dunsparce. It does have the move Drill Run, so I think that should be still pretty good. Sadly right here, Arvin's Pokemon actually went down. I guess this time he wasn't really able to help us. Now, since Earthworm is actually a Steel Titan, I thought I can go ahead and use Drill Run. What I didn't really realize is that Earthworm actually has an ability called Earth Power, which will heal itself if it gets hit by a ground type move, which was pretty bad. At this point, I knew I had to heal up my Fletchinder, or at least try to see if my other team members could actually take it down. For the first turn, I went ahead and went with a Glare, but unfortunately I got flinched, so I do have to try that one once more. So let me quickly go ahead and use it once again. I think Glare is a really good move. It will definitely paralyze your opponent, and I might get some free turns where it gets paralyzed and cannot move. Hopefully that will help me defeat it. Sadly at this point I realized that I can't use my Dunsparce anymore since it doesn't really have a good moveset. But then I realized that my Fletchinder was healed. I didn't heal it. So I think it might have been Irwin who healed my team member because his Pokemon went down. I didn't know this was something that was actually possible, but this is pretty cool. Definitely it gives me a second chance to go ahead and use Split. Hopefully this time it goes all well. Okay, seems like definitely Headbutt did way less damage this turn. Once more I went with Flame Charge, and this time we definitely did quite a good damage. I think in 2 more turns we'll be able to take it down. I was also lucky that it actually got paralyzed and wasn't able to move. So we do have another turn to go ahead and use Flame Charge. Once more using it seems like I'm definitely increasing my speed stat. So in the next turn I should be able to take it down if it doesn't get a hit right here. Yes, alright. That was a lucky paralyze for the second turn. Let me go ahead and finish off this Titan. I actually didn't expect it to be this tough, but I think it went well at the end. The game definitely did give me some really good chances to defeat it right here. There you go, that is the 3rd Titan Pokemon defeated. Now that we have defeated this Titan, finally Irwin will be able to go ahead and make a next Herba Mystica sandwich. We'll be going ahead and enjoying it. And then I will be making my way to the next Wild Terra Pokemon right here in East Province. As usual, we have an amazing photo right here once more. Pretty nice. After looking around the East Province for quite some time, I was finally able to go ahead and find this Phalanx. This one is gonna be a Steel Terra type, so I'm pretty excited to go ahead and catch it. Definitely it's gonna be quite helpful in the future. I have also gone ahead and switched in my Fletchinder up in front. This will help me catch this Phalanx pretty easily. I think I do have to terrestrialize my Fletchinder though, just to make sure that I actually have a chance to actually catch this one. Alright, let me quickly terrestrialize it into a Fire type and use Flame Charge. Now as far as the Fire type moves goes, Fletchinder hasn't really learned anything else. It has been Flame Charge ever since I actually caught it around level 15, and I have still the same moves even after like 10 to 15 levels now. Hopefully we'll learn another move pretty soon. There you go, that was a really good damage. Right here, Phalanx actually used Reversal, which was pretty bad. I think I won't be able to take another turn, so I'll have to actually switch out. I went back into my Floatzel, who should be able to tank most of the moves that Phalanx right here will actually put out. Hopefully we'll be able to break its transformation and catch it in the next turn. By the way, the next destination for me would actually be Cascraft Gym, which means I definitely need a electric type Pokemon or a Pokemon that actually knows a electric type move. In this case, the only Pokemon that I currently have is actually my Luxio, but I'm hoping to find another Pokemon who is available right next to Lavencia City. I think it is a Tauros with the electric type. Tauros in this game is actually, I think, fighting type, so definitely it is pretty powerful. I'm actually excited to go ahead and catch it. Maybe we can catch it as soon as we rename this Phalanx right here. As for his name, I think I'll go ahead and name it Link. Link from Zelda is pretty cool. Either way, we have Phalanx right here. And it has the ability Battle Armor, which is pretty nice. Anyway, I think that's all for me for now in Eastern Province. I also have to kind of train up my team members, considering that the next gym is at level 30. And lucky for me, it seems like my Dunsparce is actually evolving. It only evolves once it gets the move Hyper Drill, which it usually gets around level 33. And once it gets the move, it will immediately evolve into Dunsparce. It's a redundant design, not something I was actually excited about. But at least its stats are now a bit more boosted So I can definitely expect it to do more damage. Either way, let's make our way to where Taurus is and add that one to our team as well. So here it is. If you want to know the location, it's actually in between the Fire Crew and Levencia City. You might see a patch of land that is across the river. So you just have to go there and you'll be able to find this one right next to a tree on top of a hill. And this is quite close to where you will find the ruins over there as well. So here it is at level 32. Once more, I'm actually excited because of the fact that it's a level 32 and I really don't have to level this one up for the next gym. Scarlet gym, if you didn't know, will be having Pokémons around level 30 to 33. So if you have your team members around that level or around level 35, I think you'll have a really good time against the gym. In my case, most of my team members are around level 13 right now. Maybe I do have to level them up a bit more before we challenge the gym itself. But I think the main emphasis for me will be for Taurus and Luxio to kind of go ahead and take the lead. Now right here, since I did have Legendary up in front, I went ahead and sliced it. But I do realize that it might not be the really good Pokemon to kind of take down Taurus. Taurus also does come with rest move at this point, so it does like to kind of use it a lot. As you can see, it did use it right here, and it definitely is much tougher to kind of defeat. Probably I should have gone to Dungeon Spots and tried to use Drill Run, maybe that would have helped. Either way, I wasn't one to give up. I still wanted to go ahead and catch this one with the help of Fletchender. So I went with Flame Charge. Flame Charge will increase my speed stat, which I really wish would actually be the attack stat. But unfortunately it's the speed stat, so I guess my speed is going to be pretty high. Alright, after 2 hits, Taurus hasn't really woken up. I'm hoping if it does wake up, it doesn't go for rest, which would be kind of redundant, but let's see how it goes. This is the 3rd turn of Flame Charge. We're almost there. Hopefully it doesn't wake up. Ooh, okay, it actually woke up. Lucky for me, it actually used Scary Face, which isn't really that helpful considering my speed is already really high. This turn I think will be able to break its transformation, so quite lucky right there. Really happy it didn't use Rest. Now that we have broken its transformation, I think it's time for me to go ahead and catch this one. I've also gone ahead and resorted to just using my Ultra Ball since it's much easier to catch most of these team members. It also cuts down on me just wasting my turns using Great Ball and having more chance of losing my own team members if I am not that careful. So I think using Ultra Balls is the way for me. Anyway, we have managed to catch this Taurus, so pretty nice. Let me quickly go ahead and name this one. Now, to be honest, I actually didn't have a really good name for it, so I just went with Bill. I have no way of knowing where I got that name from. It just came to the top of my head and I just named it that. But of course, if you have a better name for it, I'll go ahead and rename it. Either way, we have our new Taurus who is going to be a really good help for our next gym. Lucky for me, since I did defeat the Dark Crew first, I actually went ahead and healed my team members right next to Scarlet City. So it was easy for me to go ahead and fly right here. Unfortunately, it seems like Kofu, the gym leader, has some main things that he has to do. So he has run away. Unfortunately, he forgot his wallet, which means we do have to go ahead and give it to him. In this case, I think we do have to make our way there. And apparently this woman right here, who's supposed to be the receptionist, apparently thinks it's a really good thing for us to go ahead and think that giving him the wallet is actually a gym test. That I think is pretty shallow. But either way, since we don't really have anything else to do, we are gonna go ahead and I guess follow what she has asked us to. While I was making my way through the Asado Desert to reach the next city, I actually found another Terra Pokemon that I can actually catch, which is right next to this leaning tower. I think this one is the Sandygast with the Grass Terra type. So definitely helpful for our next upcoming gym, which is a Water Terra type. Let me quickly go ahead and save my game just to make sure it doesn't accidentally disappear. Which, by the way, it has happened before. There have been times in this game when I was just trying to approach the Terra Pokemon and it has completely vanished. At that time, the only thing I can do is just restart the game or probably try exiting this place, going to somewhere else and flying back to the area. While going through the Asado Desert, I actually decided to go ahead and have my Flutzel up in front. But I don't think we can defeat this Sandygast with it, so let me switch out. I'll go ahead and go into Luxio, try to kind of terrestrialize it into an ice type, and I think then we'll be able to take down this Sandygast. Also, by the way, I have never used this Pokemon before, so this is something new for me. As far as I've seen, I have known that Sandygast doesn't really have that good of a defense and special defense. So it will be definitely quite interesting to go ahead and add this one to my team. Also, I forgot that my Luxio has evolved into Luxray. This is definitely very helpful for the next gym, considering that the next gym will definitely be a bit more challenging. Right here, the Ice Fang definitely did quite a good damage, breaking Sandygast transformation in one move. This gives me a chance to go ahead and try to catch it right here. For this one, I definitely did want to try a Great Ball to see if I can actually catch it. Hopefully we do. I feel like this is the game where it's so difficult to catch Pokemons. At least the wild Terra Pokemons as far as I've seen. The normal Pokemons that are running around definitely are quite easy to catch, but these Terra Pokemons are definitely a bit trickier. Lucky for me, I was able to catch it. Let me quickly go ahead and name this one. And I think I'll go ahead and name it Castle because I think it does evolve into a castle itself. And now that we have it, it has been pretty nice. It is a tricky Pokemon to actually use because it's a part ground type. So if I'm using this one against the gym leader, I definitely do have to terrestrialize it before I can actually use it. Moving forward to the next city, it seems like we have another small cutscene with the gym leader. Apparently he got randomly distracted by a couple of flowers in the side of the road. Kind of sounds like me, but I guess I see the similarities right here. Either way, he runs away, so we do have to kind of follow him to the next city. Before we move on, we have one final wild Terra Pokemon to catch for this episode. I think this is the episode where I've caught a lot of Terra Pokemons. Definitely the first time for me. But most of these are quite helpful, so I am interested to go ahead and catch them. The next Pokemon right here is Nuzlocke, which is at level 33. I think I'll be able to defeat this one with my Luxio. After all, it does have Bite in its moveset. There we go, I have terrestrialized it just to make sure that I don't get really hit too hard. I do have to be a bit careful since Nuzlocke right here is a rock type and can use a rock type move. Thankfully, it did get flinched, which did give me a second chance to take it down. There we go, we have broken its transformation. Pretty easy. Let me quickly go ahead and catch this one. I think I'll go with the Great Ball once more. Hopefully we'll be able to catch it. I think this is the last Terra Pokemon I can actually find around the region that is around the same level as my Pokemons and ones that I can actually catch. Now that we have this, let me quickly go ahead and name this one as well. Nuzlocke has quite a lot of good names for it, but I think I have one that definitely suits it. And it's actually Crystal. That's a pretty cool name. Let me quickly go ahead and check out its summary as well before we move on. There we go. That is pretty good. Curse is not a really good ghost type move, but I think I'll be able to teach it some other ghost type move in the future. So for now, I think this is pretty helpful. Once we make our way to Porto Marinada, I see that the gym leader has finally realized that he forgot his wallet. At this point, since we are here, we can actually go ahead and give it to him. But of course, we have this guy right here who does not like us interrupting the gym leader. So he actually asks us to battle him. I think this is pretty fine. He's the only gym trainer we have to defeat, so I think it's pretty cool that we get to battle him. He starts with a Floatzel, and since I didn't have Luxio up in front, I'm gonna go ahead with it. Let me actually use Volt Switch. Sadly, Luxio does not really have Thunderbolt, which is ATM I'm actually waiting for. Volt Switch is actually a really good move, but sometimes it can be a bit inconvenient, so I'm really hoping I'll be able to find Thunderbolt pretty soon. The next Pokemon that I think he has is, I think, a Shelter. I'm not really sure, but for now I will switch into Tauros, and since it does have Wild Charge, I think it's a really good turn. Ooh, okay, he actually has a Clauncher, which is a unique Pokemon. It's also a Pokemon I have never used in my team, so I'm not really sure how good it is. Lucky for me, I was able to take it down with a crit hit, and we have defeated this trainer. Now that we have defeated him, he is actually going to let us go ahead and talk to the gym leader. Finally. I'm really not sure though why he was so fixated on trying to defeat us. I mean, he could have just listened to us when we were going to explain. Either way, at least now that we have defeated him, the gym leader comes forward and we can tell him that he forgot his wallet. As usual, he does not want to go ahead with, I guess, the work he has come here for. Which, by the way, is actually going ahead and buying an item, which is being auctioned off right here. It seems like it is a seaweed. Okay. I guess we have to get the winning bid to kind of win this gym test. That's fine by me. We do get a lot of Pokemon to go ahead and get it. By the way, this lot of Pokemon is nothing compared to what you have to bid later on. So I guess you can only go through this if you have a lot of Pokemon with you. It is quite easy to get Pokemon in this game, considering that if you go through Azado Desert like 2 to 3 times, you'll be able to pick up a lot of nuggets and Stardust. It's an easier way to kind of get your money. But I think I will keep away from this area for now. Lucky for me, I was able to bid it for 35k Pokemon and I actually won it. The gym leader is thankful and he actually lets us have the rest of the change without giving it back to him. Either way, that is his gym test and we have passed it. Now, I think the only thing left for me to do is go back to Castrafa City and challenge him. But we have reached the 30 minutes mark, which is kind of the length of my videos for this Nuzlocke challenge. So I do have to end it right here. In the next episode, we'll go ahead challenge the Castrafa City gym. Also try to challenge the Medali City gym since it's quite close. But there are a couple of Pokemons that I do have to catch for it. Either way, it's gonna be pretty exciting. I hope you guys are enjoying this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to support me more, please check out the links in my description. I'll see you guys in the next one.